All right, Scott Reynolds from pewterreport.com joins us now. And Scott, I know we're closing out the preseason here. Yep. Let's go with the veterans first, or the main core of guys we're going to see line up in New Orleans. Can we be excited about this Bucs offense? Right? We've been trying to hold ourselves back,
you can.
But they just keep gunning it and scoring points.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is who's going to be calling the plays? Is it Todd Monken, who's done a fantastic job for these first three preseason games, or is it going to be Dirk Cutter? Dirk Cutter's opening himself up for some disaster if he takes over the play calling in New Orleans, right? And they score 7-10 points and get beat by the Saints when Todd Monken's averaging 30 points per game just about, right?
Exactly.
So that is a big question. I think Peyton Barber, though, has really been the star for this offense. Running the ball, scoring touchdowns, averaging close to 6 yards a carry. A fantastic preseason for Peyton Barber.
On the defensive side of the ball, with all the offseason additions to this defensive line, we saw a few sacks against the Lions. But have we seen enough at this point in the preseason that we should feel fully confident in this defense as a whole for that September 9th opener against the Saints?
That's a great question, Andy. And I don't think so, not yet. Really, when you look at the defense, they've been ahead of the offense when it comes to the practices. I think that they've really been dominant for quite a few of those training camp practices. But in the games, you haven't seen that dominance. You've seen teams move the ball almost at ease, and you haven't seen the 3 and outs that I know that Mike Smith, the defensive coordinator, wants. We've only seen a couple sacks. Gerald McCoy's loving having these new teammates, right? They're helping him get some sacks. But I'm sure the front office, the coaching staff, wants to see Vinny Curry, wants to see JPP get involved and get those quarterbacks on the ground.
All right, Scott, looking ahead to Thursday night, we've talked about the wide receiver position group and the depth and how many spots are at stake. That's one of the things to watch. But are there other groups perhaps where depth is an issue and Thursday night is huge for some players?
Yeah, 2 of the guys I'm keeping an eye on. One on offense is Sean Wilson. He finally got a chance to really break out as a kick return specialist in that game against the Detroit Lions on Friday. And I think that he's really showing that burst that the coaches have been raving about in practice as a kick returner. And I think they're going to be using him as a 3rd down back this season if he makes the team, and I think he will. On the defensive side, Noah Spence. What's happened to this guy? He was supposed to be the designated pass rush specialist for the Bucs in their nickel package on 3rd downs. And they didn't play him at all in the first half against the Lions. They played him in the second half against a guy that's probably going to be sacking groceries or flipping burgers for the Lions, that 3rd string left tackle, and he didn't get home. I mean, I was not impressed with Noah Spence at all. You have to wonder, is that 2nd round pick from 2016 in jeopardy? He's going to need a big game on Thursday.
And head coach Dirk Cutter never usually bites on this question. But
we tried to get him to bite.
We tried. But is there one guy that all of us Bucs fans should be really rooting for to make this Bucs roster on Thursday? A Camp Darling, maybe?
Yeah, you know, for me, it was Sergio Bailey, the wide receiver.
It was a good one.
Until he got hurt and now is on injured reserve. So I'm going to switch my vote to Freddie Martino. This is a guy that kind of hangs around, and he's caught a couple touchdowns in his Buccaneer career. And I think he's battling Bobo Wilson. I think Justin Watson's going to make the team as the 5th wide receiver. Are they going to keep 6? Maybe. I think Freddie Martino, if he can have another game like he did and catch a touchdown pass or 2 from Austin Allen, then, yeah, you might see him stick as that 6th wide receiver.